this right here, you bunch of prima donna ballerina mother.
Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom and you're watching Euro Football Weekly. The big talk right now is Luis Suarez transfer deal to Barcelona, so much so the odds makers have set a special set of markets just for him. Here now to run through what's on offer is football personality Lee Phelps from In Play Radio. Lee, thanks for being here today.
No problem. Looking forward to talking about Luis Suarez.
Yeah, well, it's confirmed Luis Suarez transfer from Liverpool to Barcelona for a reported £75 million. Now, first question, though, is what does that mean for Liverpool, who were runners-up last year in the Premier League by just 2 points?
Well, it's going to be hard to replace his goals, isn't it? I mean, not only his goals, but his all-round. He was the guy who was up at the front of, the team, leading them on. Gerrard, I think, £100 million, Natalie. So have to spend it right. Spurs showed last year that they didn't spend it correctly when Gareth Bale went, so I think it means that Liverpool have got to be very clever and spend that 75 million plus whatever else they've got very carefully indeed.
Exactly. Well, Suarez was top goal scorer in the Premier League, 31 goals scored, 12 assists, more than any other player in the top 5 leagues. Liverpool also held the title for the longest winning run, which was 11 games, and longest unbeaten run of 16 games. Will we be looking at a different Liverpool this season?
Yeah, I think we have to be. I mean, they're going to have to play a different way. I mean, obviously, they've bought players already. They've raided Southampton, haven't they? Now, we're hearing just today that they might be trying to hijack the deals that Man United are tabling for Vidal and Pogba. Now, if they get someone of that calibre, that will be a great replacement because although it won't be a striker replacement, it'll be a really good player in the middle of the park. And I've heard rumours that Gerrard, might be coming to the end of his career sooner rather than later. So I think they really need to bolster that midfield more than the striking division. But I do think it will be a different Liverpool. I think they'll do very well to mirror what they did last season.
Yeah, and can Liverpool win the title, do you think?
Well, they can, but I don't think they will. I think Chelsea, Manchester City, obviously Manchester United and Arsenal will all improve. And I think once you've taken Suarez out of that Liverpool team, you can't say that they will be improved. Plus, they've got to deal with the Champions League this year. So it's going to be harder for them, no doubt. I wouldn't be putting any money on them winning the Premier League. I don't even think they'll emulate what they did last year. I think they'll do very well to get back into the top 4.
Yeah. Well, also in the news right now is talks about Barcelona trying to appeal the 4-month ban. Is there any chance they can?
Well, Barcelona are like kind of UEFA's pet, aren't they, in a way? So whatever they ask for, they seem to get. But this seems a bit of a stretch. I mean, FIFA have come down very heavily on Luis Suarez. I don't see them winning this appeal. I wonder if they even will appeal in the end. If the lawyers will just say, look, let's just get his ban over and done with. He's our player. Let's start the season and we put it to bed and he becomes our player when his ban ends. That would be the sensible thing for me. You never know with Barcelona, but I think they might just let this one lie once the lawyers have had a word with them. It's pretty clear what FIFA have said. He's banned from all forms of football. That's it.
Yeah, they're pretty clear about that. Well, his ban will be lifted at end of October. Now, in your opinion, can he still compete to be La Liga's top goal scorer and take the title currently held by Ronaldo, who pocketed 31 goals last year? He's priced at 11 to do so with Paddy Power.
No, I don't think so. I mean, when you look at Suarez, he's a fantastic player. I mean, he's one of my favourite players in the world at the minute, like a lot of people, despite his misdemeanours. But when you look at his career, Natalie, wherever he's been, from his early days at Groningen to Ajax, Liverpool, his first season isn't very good, in his high standards. He gets better as he gets used to the league. You look at, even at Ajax, he got 17 goals in his first season there, which is very good, but it's not top scorer quality. Liverpool got 4 in his first season, which is only half a season. Then he got 11 in that second season when I don't know if you remember, but he hit the post so many times and he was very close. You could see that he was very close to becoming a brilliant Liverpool player, but only 11 goals in that first full season. So I'm not so sure he will. I wonder how he'll knit in together with Neymar and Messi as well. I don't think it's going to be quite as plain sailing as everyone thinks it will be. Paul Scholes made some really interesting points. He said, if Messi doesn't like him, don't expect him to play as many games as you think he will. If Messi has to like Luis Suarez, they have to get on well together for them to knit together. I mean, this is going to be a front three like none other if it clicks. But will it click?
Well, that's the question. And Suarez, you know, he does have his drawbacks, which often centre around bans. I believe Liverpool had to deal with 2 bans, and as a result, some bookmakers are offering lines for if he will bite again. Suarez to bite again within 12 months is offered at 13 with winner, 1.06 for no. Now, something tells me he will be on his best behaviour, as he's wanted to move to Spain to be closer to his wife's family. And after his most recent biting attack in front of a world audience, I'm expecting him to be on his best behaviour. What are your thoughts, and do you think he will get along with Messi?
I think he will. I mean, you know, when you meet Luis Suarez, he's actually a lovely, lovely man. You know, he doesn't carry any of the kind of, you know, the kind of prima donna status that some footballers have alongside them. He's just got some sort of issue. He's obviously got some sort of anger issue. When he was 16, he headbutted a referee. He had fights with his teammates in the tunnel at Groningen. At Ajax, he had like 4 yellows and a red in 5 games. Then he had the biting incident at Ajax, had the biting at Liverpool and the racism incident with Patrice Evra. Then he had the biting, you know, in the World Cup. There's obviously something wrong there. That's, you know, it's not the normal behaviour of someone who can control their anger. Now, he bottled it for a long time at Liverpool, didn't he? And he was almost immaculate in his behaviour at Liverpool last season. I think he will be on his best behaviour at Barcelona. I don't think he's going to bite anyone. Although, if you think about Liverpool, the defenders that he faced at Liverpool, English defenders, I suppose, or defenders in the English game, tend to play by the rules a lot more than maybe they will in La Liga. Maybe they'll try and wind him up as much as possible. So there is that edge where if they try and wind him up and they resort to some, you know, pretty unsavoury tactics to try and get him back, he could find himself in trouble. But I mean, a 4th bite? I mean, really? I can't see a 4th bite, can you?
Oh, I don't know. I was wondering if Barcelona should make him wear like one of those sort of Hannibal masks or something, you know, to try and prevent this from happening.
Maybe that's the way forward.
Yeah. Now, there are quite a few other betting markets surrounding Suarez, including will he score in his La Liga debut? That's priced at 1.67. Total goals scored in La Liga. And will he be sent off at some point in the 2014-15 season? That's priced at 3.25. A bet I think that actually could come through. But out of the other bets offered, which ones are catching your eye right now?
Yeah, I mean, that score on his debut is interesting, but it depends where he plays. Obviously, you know, will Messi be straight through the middle? Will they push him out to one of the wings? You know, I mean, and he wouldn't like that too much. I was looking at a lot of the goal scoring bets. I mean, for him to score on his debut is an interesting one, but to be honest with you, Natalie, I'd wait until I saw the team for his debut and saw where he was playing. The price won't change, you know, markedly. There are also a few markets around how many goals he will score in La Liga this season. You know, I think I saw some prices for 15 or more was 4 to 5. Yes. I know 15 goals is well within his compass, but it depends how many times he plays. Will he be used more in the Champions League? Will he be used more in La Liga? That's the question. Under 10 goals, by the way, was 3 to 1. Which I thought was very interesting. You know, under 10, would it still be a successful season if, say, he scored 8 goals in La Liga, but got 5 in the Champions League and got a few in the Copa del Rey? You know, if he scored, say, you know, 15, 16 goals in total, I'd be tempted by that under 10 goals for his first season. He's going to miss games, of course. He may miss more if he does get a ban. So I like that under 10 goals at 3 to 1 or so. I think that was with William Hill. That tempted me a little bit. Just looking at his previous first seasons at Ajax and Liverpool.
Yeah, and that goes along with what you were saying as well, with him starting a new team slow there. Now, Lee, that about wraps things up for our preview here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Natalie.